Hey, this is Rudy Mendez, aka Live Bandit. I just want to give you all a quick update. I'm about 6 weeks post-op, as of a couple of days ago, from my back surgery where I had my L3 to S1 fused. I'm feeling fantastic. As you can tell, I'm still wearing this awesome brace. Cool thing is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's got skulls on it. I was able to choose my perfect design for me. I like skulls, hence you can tell by my coffee cup here, along with the fact that I'm wearing, you can't see them, but I'm wearing my Christmas pants that are like an ugly sweater Christmas pattern, but instead of like jingle bells or mistletoe, it's got skulls. So little update on my back surgery is I'm having fun, as you can tell. I'm not letting it tear me down as bad as I thought it would. Now, don't get me wrong, there are times where I am torn down and I am faced with like, holy crap, I'm stuck in the house again. Holy crap, how much more can I crochet? Or holy crap, how much more can I color? How much TV can I watch? I get torn down, but I'm not letting it get the best of me. In order to do that, I've got to stay connected with my program. I got to continue to work my program. And this is the time of year where working your program and trying to stay sober, trying to get sober, is really tough. 2 years ago, I tried to get sober during this time, and it was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. And I've done a lot of dumb stuff. But getting sober, trying to stay sober during the holiday season is not easy. Number one tip I'm going to give to you that I still use is I always have either my cup, a cup, a drink, something, a soda, a tea, whatever the case may be, in my hand whenever I go to a party. Biggest reason is because when you're at a party and you're empty-handed, people are going to offer you a drink. When you got something in your hand, they're going to know that you're already taken care of and that you don't need one. So they're not going to offer you one. So that eliminates some of the temptations right there. Something else that I have learned to adapt to and put into my daily routine is knowing that I am about to be tempted. Knowing that and recognizing it and acknowledging it and doing something about it. Okay? Knowing that there will be temptations wherever I go. I can't hide from booze for the rest of my life. I can't hide from the fact that every movie that I've watched while out on leave of absence from back surgery has got alcohol in it or drugs in it, right? All the commercials, all the radio, blah, blah, blah. It's everywhere, okay? I can't go grocery shopping without there being a temptation there, all right? Or a trigger or whatever the case may be. But going to these holiday parties, it's a big time, way that people celebrate is with booze. Okay, some places got drugs, but most of them got booze, right? And so in order to stay sober this time of year, I have to implement a couple of programs or a couple of practices that I've learned while getting sober, staying sober, and attempting to get sober during the holiday season a couple years ago. One, again, have a cup, have a glass, have a drink, have something in your hand at all times while you're at the party so that it minimizes the amount of times people offer you drinks. The less offers, the less temptation, right? Kind of hand in hand. Second thing that I've implemented, and I kind of really don't care if I offend anybody when this happens or when I implement this and I take action upon this, but it's going to a party early and leaving early, okay? I know the longer I stay there, the longer I'm going to see more booze. I know the longer that I'm there, the more drunk people are going to be around. I know the longer that I'm there, the more tempted I'm going to be at drinking, okay? So I show up early and I tend to leave early. I leave when I feel that I'm being coerced, okay? Or when I feel that people have got a little too much in them and they're not not respecting the fact that I'm staying sober, and so they're trying to peer pressure me or whatnot. That's when I know it's time to get the heck out of Dodge. That's how I traversed last holiday season. That was my first holiday season sober. Previous holiday season, I was trying to get sober, and again, that's the toughest thing I'd ever really done, because obviously it didn't work. And I got sober January 7th, 2017. This year, I've got a lot of tools in my toolbox. I'm taking my Skull Cup, which is my number one accessory. Now it matches my back brace, which is covered in skulls. And unfortunately, when I go to these parties, I'm not going to be able to wear the sweatpants I'm wearing right now, which is kind of like an ugly sweater Christmas mix. But instead of like mistletoe and like candy canes, it's got skulls on it, or on them. So number one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my number one accessory, my cup. That way it limits people offering me drinks. Number two thing is I'm going to pre-plan leaving early. And I'm going to, if I feel that I need to, I'm going to warn the host so that I don't offend them and whatnot. But I'm going to leave early because I got to respect my sobriety. Number three thing that I'm going to do is know what my limitations are. Know that if I go to a party at this person's house or at this venue, I've done nothing but drink there. Maybe it's not a good idea to get to that place. Maybe it's a good idea to just skip it this year and call that host, let them know, hey, you know what, I appreciate the invite, but I've got other plans. And make other plans. Go to a meeting, right? That way you're less tempted to get to that party and say, you know what, I'm sitting at the house twiddling my thumbs, sitting at the house doing absolutely nothing while everybody's having fun at this party. But instead, you know what? Let me go to a meeting. Let me get connected with the people that are going to continue to get me sober, continue to help me stay sober, and get connected with my higher power so that I know that I will be sober at the end of the night. Okay? So, top three things. Have a cup, have a drink in your hand. Limits the amount of people offering you drinks. Know what your time frame is. Pre-plan on leaving early if, most of the time that's a good idea. And then third thing is know your limits. If you go to these venues and you don't feel that it's going to be a good idea, get to a meeting, pre-plan. Okay? Have fun still. Go somewhere. Don't just sit around inside the house. Go somewhere. Have fun. But make it a meeting instead of a party, right? Because we like to have fun at meetings. Anyway, this is Rudy, Live Bandit, and I'm out.